What is going on, New York Giants fans? I am going to try to remain as calm as possible while going over this game. I'm going to give you my instant reaction and my instant thoughts to this game, and I'm not going to try to overreact. I'm not going to try to overreact as the Giants fall to the Denver Broncos, but I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, follow us on Twitter. The link will be in the description. So let's break down this video. Alright, I want to say this much, right? This was a horrible loss. A horrible loss, an embarrassing performance by the New York Giants. At first, looked pretty optimistic. We saw that nice go route to, Darius Slayton in the first quarter. We thought we were building something there. We had that nice touchdown to Sterling Shepard, which the energy in that stadium was electric. I'm not going to lie to you. Sterling Shepard, he finished with 7 receptions for 113 yards, 1 touchdown. And that was really it. Outside of the defense, there was really no bright spots. And even with the defense, it was very limited. And we're going to talk about that, right? So, for me, the reason why this loss hurts is, I guess, I had expectations for this team. I still do have expectations for this team. And when I look at this team overall, the offensive line definitely needed to play better. We thought with Bradley Chubb being out, we'd be in the clear. Andrew Thomas looked solid, don't get me wrong. But the right side, Nate Solder, even Matt Parrott wasn't getting it done. And Von Miller was able to get back there. And, you're not going to be able to win many games if you can't protect your quarterback. Now, on top of that, while Daniel Jones played, I thought he played decent. He should have had 2 to 3 interceptions. Let's keep it a buck. He should have had 2 to 3 interceptions. He went for 22 of 37, 267 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 6 carries for 27 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown, which closed off the game. The running game was pretty much non-existent. We could not get any holes for Saquon Barkley. Mind you, this is his first game coming back, so let's kind of ease him in a little bit, especially with Washington coming up in a couple days. But overall, this was a piss poor performance. Logan Ryan, he looked like he came to play. I was very excited to see what I saw from him. He was all over the field. Darnay Holmes was all over the field as well. I do want to say, quick prayers up to Jerry Jeudy, who had that really nasty ankle injury coming down with James Bradbury. Prayers up, man. But at the same time, even with that injury, we still couldn't stop the Broncos' pass attack. It's really unfortunate because Teddy Bridgewater is not that guy. He's not that guy, and we all know that. But he sure as hell looked like that guy today. He was targeting 9 different receivers at one point. He was extending plays. He was getting out of the pocket. He was throwing across his body, finding receivers open. He was picking this defense apart. And this defense, which, for a defense that was highly regarded and, considered an elite defense last year, and with the additions that we made on the defensive side of the ball this year, this defense looked like it took a step back. Now, I want to say this much as well before I finish going into that. This defense was definitely gassed. The time of possession that the Broncos had was ridiculous. Almost, I'm pretty sure, double the time of what the New York Giants had. And you're not going to win any games if you do that. And I'm not surprised that they were gassed, because there was one point where in the third quarter, the Broncos had the ball for damn near 8 minutes. 8 minutes, man. That's insane. That is insane. No wonder your defense is gassed. You can't get off the field. And on top of that, we couldn't get any pressure on Teddy Bridgewater. Now, there were times we did get pressure, but almost sacks don't mean anything. Now, we did get Azeez Ojulari's first sack. Hopefully we could see many more of those to come. But outside of that, this defense couldn't stop anything. We couldn't stop anything, and it was very, very frustrating watching this team. And can we stop with these damn hook routes? I am so done and frustrated with Jason Garrett. I want to say this much, and this will be the only time I give Cowboys fans credit. I give a lot of credit to Dallas Cowboys fans for putting up with Coach Clapp a lot. for all those years. Because I'm in year 2 and I already want to kill myself. I'm just being honest, man. This is insane. How do you go out there and spend $80 million and put 13 points up? Let's call it 7 points. 7 points up against this defense. On top of that, how do you go out there and spend all that money on Kenny Galladay and he finishes with 4 receptions for 64 yards and 2 of those catches came in the fourth quarter on dead time? Like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And Darius Slayton, outside of that go route, he can't catch a ball to save his life. He's looking like Evan Ingram out there. He's looking like Nelson Aguilar when he was with the Eagles. I'm seeing Giants fans already saying that, there should be no excuses for him to start over Kadarius Toney. And shout out Fist Vegas, who's actually been on board saying that us getting Kadarius Toney was not to replace Sterling Shepard, which we're starting to realize that considering that they restructured Sterling Shepard's contract. It's to replace Darius Slayton. And honestly, I'm starting to kind of get on that train a little bit. Kadarius Toney saw some action today, but barely. He had 2 receptions for a negative 2 yards. What does that do? So, I mean, it's very frustrating, man. I'm tired of going 0-1. I'm tired of fans having to leave the stadium and the visiting team's fans take over the stadium and they're chanting their team's names. It's disgusting, man. I can't even talk. I can't even talk, man. That's how frustrating this team makes me, man. And I'ma still watch every game. But listen, Giants fans, this is what we need to do. I understand the frustration. I understand, people getting ups in arms. This is the same team, yada yada yada. But look, this is the first game of the season. We got 16 more. Think about that. 16 more weeks. They're going to get it right. I know I sound like a homer right now, but let's give this team some time. This is really their first time playing with Kadarius Toney, Kenny Galladay, Kyle Rudolph. Let's give this team some time. But I definitely understand, the uproar because I'm kind of there with you guys. So let me know your thoughts below. What were some players that stood out to you guys? What were some players that downright made you guys sick watching, man? I mean, it's God, man. Jesus Christ. Let me know your thoughts below. I'll see you guys in the next video.